Hi everyone, I just kind of wanted to do an update on video because it's easier to talk versus typing it all out. So I believe last time I checked, I had told you guys that they got all her organs back in and they had her on a paralytic, which was keeping her pretty much like paralyzed, so that way she couldn't move or stress her body out, so that way it wouldn't swell up her stomach. And they had her on a high dose of a pain reliever, or like a painkiller almost, so that way she doesn't feel any pain. Well, that night they had taken her off of the paralytic, so all day yesterday she was moving her arms around and moving her like her feet around and her legs. I mean, like, not a whole lot, but like, she'd lift it up to her face, and she'd open her eyes a little bit and stuff, and it was nice. She kept grabbing my finger and stuff, which was adorable, of course. And they had weaned her down off of the breathing machine, I think probably 4 times, I think. And by weaning that, I mean like she was having to do more of the work to breathe rather than the breathing machine, so less support from the breathing machine. And the reason why she's on the breathing machine is because we put all the organs back into her body, which wasn't there before. It makes it harder for her lungs to expand, to breathe. So that's why she's on the breathing machine. Well, they tried to wean her off of it again this morning, but she, I guess she was reacting from it. She was taking, like, because there's 2 things. There's the pressure, and then there's something else, like, it's almost like the inhaling and exhaling. Well, she wasn't taking, like, the exhaling well, so her blood pressure was all over the place, and that's how they can tell that she isn't, like, taking it well. And so she wasn't taking it well, so they had to put her back up a little bit, and they had to higher her dosage of pain medicine, and they had to put her back on a sedative today. So she isn't moving at all today because of the sedative, or the paralytic, something like that. They don't really want, I guess the surgeons don't really want her moving just because it's stressing her body out, and something like that. I wasn't here for the meeting this morning that they had. I missed it. So this is what I'm being told from the nurse from in here. But I'll go ahead and show you Rosalie right now. So this is the room that we're in. We got the bed, and then hand washing area, and then this is the breathing machine right here. So it goes off up here. They usually want the number around 21%. That it's like a number for us, like how we breathe in the air. So that's good. And here's some other machines that they have her hooked up to. A fat emulsion machine. I guess it gives her fat and stuff. And then she's in this bed. This right here tracks her temperature, and then if her temperature goes down, then right under here gives her more heat, so that way she can maintain her temperature. And so they're monitoring her blood pressure right there, and then her breathing tubes, and then here she is. It's hard to see because I have to turn my camera around, but she's right there. And then, as you can see, the little patch, the little white patch right there on her stomach. They haven't closed up the hole underneath her yet. because just in case something happens to where like an organ isn't working properly or something isn't happening that's supposed to be happening, then they don't have to open her back up. They would just have to go through that hole. So, and that mesh is almost like skin pretty much, but it's not. So we're hoping that maybe if everything continues to go well, maybe in like a week she'll be able to, but I'm not too sure. I haven't spoke with the surgeons at all. But yeah, so yesterday was the first night that I had gone home without her, and that's always really hard, because you leave home and you go home with nothing, pretty much. And I know she's doing good here. They're taking really good care of her. But it still hurts, But there she is. She's very peaceful right now, and I'm just happy that she's doing well. Now, usually other babies who have this, most of them, it's just their intestines that's out. So it's usually in the silo bag, and it's hung up and over their bodies, and it just slowly goes back down, like from dilating, and then they get surgery, usually within a week or so, depending on their case, and they close it up. Well, for her, she was able to get all that back in there, which was good, but that means that the time that would have been spent waiting for her intestines to swell down is now being spent on the breathing machine because of her lungs. Because you can't expand it if there's no room to expand it. One thing that they did yesterday morning, they had done an x-ray because they wanted to make sure that, with her lungs and stuff, breathing and everything, that there wasn't any swelling going on or fluid or anything like that. So they took an x-ray of her lungs. They also did a little x-ray of her belly in that same picture, and everything seems to be looking good in there. No problems at all. She used the bathroom, like she went poop not last night, but the night before, I believe, and then yesterday morning, something like that. But they think that that's only because they were able to get all her organs back in that she was able to go. But they said that it's unusual to see a baby doing this well at this stage. I'm just hoping that we don't really have any setbacks. We already have this little one where they had to put her on this, a little bit more support on the breathing machine. Even when she is fully not getting any support from the breathing machine. From this one, it's called a jet machine. It's almost like a panting dog rather than like how we breathe in and out. It's like a panting dog. Well, once she is able to be weaned off this completely, she has to go back to the other machine, which makes her breathe in and out regular. Now, she doesn't have a problem breathing. She can do it on her own. She's breathing on her own even with this. This is just helping her get a little bit more oxygen. She was breathing when she came out on her own. She was perfectly fine. But they just want to make sure that she's okay because of pushing all those organs in. It's now she doesn't have all that room to breathe to expand her lungs. So I think a lot of the time right now is going to be getting her to kind of get off this breathing machine and stuff. And from there, then we got to worry about getting her stomach cleared and her being able to, she's getting IV nutrition right now. She isn't eating. So when she starts to be able to do a bowel movement here in a week or so, see how that goes, then she might be able to start eating. We don't know yet. It's really just at her pace what she is doing. So one thing that was really cute that she keeps doing, she keeps trying to suck on the breathing tube that she has in her mouth. It's just the cutest thing ever. She isn't doing it today because they have her heavily sedated right now. So, but hopefully next time I post a video, I'll be able to show you guys, be able to show you her doing it. But anyways, that's kind of what's going on right now. I hope we can hold her soon and stuff. But I was telling Mario I'd rather have her stay on all her machines and stuff as long as possible than have to have a setback and have her taken off and then have to go back on. So I'd rather them know that she's okay and everything before we get to that point than having to go back on. So I'll show you guys her one more time before I get off the video. She has her little toes right there. Those big feet. Hello, Rosalie. Mommy and Daddy love you. Well, thank you for watching, and thank you to everyone who has already donated and shared the page and let others know about what's going on. We really appreciate it. We didn't even think that we would be coming this far, as we already have. So we just want to thank everyone for everything they've done so far, praying, sharing, donating. We're just thankful for anything right now. It was very unexpected, so but yeah, thank you so much, and God bless you all, and thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll have another update, if not tomorrow, then in a few days. I'll let everyone know what's going on. So thank you. Bye.